There's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Hi, folks. I know you can see me and hear me now. This is just deja vu. I already did the whole intro and said hi to y'all, and then I realized the broadcast wasn't running. And even though that was a Stream Deck issue, I hit my Stream Deck start and it didn't start it. So, but we're here. We're all here. So look at all these folks out in the chat quick. I'm going to give them all a shout. And there's Kathy Gahan. She said she'd be right back. And she was. Yeah. Old Country Homesteading. That's Alexander. It's great to see you. Great to see you. And there's good old Justin. Justin Anderson's in the house. And we've got, let's see. Oh, there's Travis. Tales of Campground Host. Good to see you, Trav, on a work night. Oh, there's my awesome brother-in-law, Freeman James. Good to see you there, James. Gary Irwin, awesome. Good evening to you and the gang. Yeah. And who else we got here? Get her done, Granny. Now, she was down in the basement, and she dropped out of the basement. I hope she comes back up. It's so good to see her. Oh, my gosh, yeah. There's Ben Kroll. Awesome. Kimberly Ferris. There's a sweetie for you. Let's see. Anybody else? Oh, there's Tim from Kirk Whipper, Voyager Center. Awesome. Hey, Cheesehead, man. I'm not going to show up. Anybody else that's new? Oh, hey, look at this guy. Wonder where he came from. Yeah. Michael Moran, good to see you. And we got ourselves caught up. I got a friend in the basement. We're going to bring him up here with me. There he is. Mojo!
Sir, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Everybody in the chat. That was
always
really strange. That was strange.
That was a strange one.
I've never seen that.
I got a hiccup in my Stream Deck because I changed out my USB block.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the wrong USB port selected.
Yep.
So Stream Deck was still seeing its software on the computer, but the computer wasn't taking anything back.
Yeah.
So I had to swap ports, and then everything was working again. I was able to then go live again. But yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, yeah. The Granny's fighting with the stream connection there. The happens. It happens. Oh, running water. My boy, that was about 2 weeks ago. He was having a heck of a time. His laptop, he could get StreamYard. He could get StreamYard on anything he owned except his damn phone. And that's what he uses out on the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, was he upset? How much snow did we get? You know, Cheesehead, I think we got 4 inches. The accumulation part of it looks like a good 4 inches. So how much we actually got, I don't know. It's so warm. It's the wettest, heaviest snow I've seen in years. It was nasty this morning when I ran running water back to his truck. So he's back out on the road today. And it was nice having him home for a week while I was going through my medical stuff. Yeah, that boy, he just goes way out of his way. I was going to get home alert system, that emergency alert system. You either wear it as around your neck or you wear the watch. Well, he got me this set that's got both the lanyard or key fob and the one that you wear on your wrist like a watch. He got me the whole damn set, subscription, everything. Got it all for me. And I told him, insurance would have picked up the majority of that. And he goes, too late. Got it for you anyway, So
Good.
I don't have to worry anymore about it's just one button I got to hit instead of trying to dial a damn phone when you're paralyzed and you can't move. So I feel a lot more comfortable having that puppy. And then he went and got a landline phone line because they can track what residence you're calling from quicker than they can through GPS. If you're calling from a landline, boom, they got it. They know the address right now, this second. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So I hate to see him spending money like that, but it comes in handy for me for just a comfort level, But you know what, Mojo? I tell you what, I can't quit talking about you and your food. My oncologist now, he's a new one, and oh my gosh, I got to check this guy out. And I said, yeah, you do. I said, you lucky little bastard, you can go ahead and mimic him and make some of that. And let me know what it tasted like. Damn it.
Tomorrow I'm making, I normally don't say anything, but it's a breakfast pizza, and the crust is going to be out of, not tomorrow, but Saturday, is going to be, your hash browns, those frozen square ones, and you cut it, and then you're going to just kind of make a circle out of it.
Oh, sure.
Mozzarella, fresh mozzarella. I kind of spent too much on my cheese that I'd like to.
Yeah.
But I'll freeze it just a little bit so I can cut it, slice it.
Yeah.
Gravy, gosh, it's gonna be all kinds of goodness. It's gonna be super.
It's gonna have
So here's the deal. My buddy said, I want fried chicken burritos. And so I'm doing fried chicken pizza.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm going to dice up the chicken and deep fry it that way, and it's going to be in chunks. And that way you just spread it all over the pizza. And then you got the gravy, the sausage gravy. And then I've got some bacon bits I'm going to put on there. And of course, you got to do all the eggs down there first. And then you're going to throw it in the smoker for about 15 minutes or so. And then it's just.
I bet that's to die for.
It's going to be good. So.
The way I was drooling over a stupid Domino's pizza that Running Water was having last night. He had it delivered. And I'm sitting there watching him eat that, and I'm drooling over a Domino's.
Yeah.
And I thought, you poor pathetic thing, you wouldn't even touch Domino's when I could eat. Only a couple of local specialty pizzerias will I get their pizza from. But I've been away from pizza so long, it was just like, oh my God.
Just the smell.
Smell. Yeah. Yeah.
That's rough.
Hey, me Dibble, it's great to see you there. Your friendly neighborhood Brit. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I can just think of so many things I want to eat. Man, oh man.
Oh, I bet, man.
And I'm gonna hope and pray right till that day that they correct all my problems and I'll be able to eat solids again like I used to, and I'm gonna have that. Now I do know it didn't take me long to unshrink my damn stomach. I was telling Mojo yesterday I consumed 2,600 calories. On the average for the last 10 months, I was consuming between 200 and 600 calories a day. That's all I could ever get into me. I got 2,600 calories into me yesterday, and a lot of them were foods that are just wasted calories because there's no calories hardly in it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the volume, oh my God. You know they're 1 cup size containers of yogurt, fruit yogurt. I ate 8 of those.
Wow.
8 of them. I just kept eating them throughout the day. I smoked less than half of what I typically smoke because I had something in my mouth all damn day. And that and egg custard, and egg custard's good because it's full of protein and it's got a lot of fat in it, because it's made with cream. Yeah. So I was, I was just having fun. Now, though, that this is the part I don't care for is drinking these electrolyte waters, This one's got 1,033 milligrams of electrolytes in it. So, and packed full of magnesium. So it kind of steals the flavor away.
So it just kind of tastes weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like it's a good flavor, but with almost like a pharmaceutical background after you drank it, Yeah. We threw a large bowl of freshly popped popcorn. Oh yeah. I was so tempted. Last week there's a fella that I know locally that does he has a popcorn stand he does at carnivals, travels around the carnivals and makes that kettle corn, and it's to die for. The way he makes it is just to die for. And I knew damn well I wouldn't be able to swallow it, so shucks. He treats me real good. A bag, it's a big bag. It holds like 2.5, 3 gallons of popcorn. He sells for $8.50 at these carnivals, that big long bag. He sells it to me for $4. So
nice.
You betcha. Well, and he comes out on volume because I usually buy 4 bags. Yeah. Yeah, a little metallic taste there, me Dibble. Yeah. Magnesium, I guess. Oh, and the potassium. What I've been doing now with my yogurts today, I've already had 3 of those yogurts today. All 3 of them, I took a banana and I diced it, sliced it and then diced it. And I scraped the yogurt out of the container into a bowl and mixed it with all my banana. Half a banana, 1 container of yogurt. And so I'm getting my potassium too.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's nice to get something down, man.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God, it feels good. And my stomach feels good. Like, oh my God, there's food,
Mm-hmm.
But what's weird is my appetite has returned. Before, I could think about foods and it would aggravate me for a minute or two. And then I would start to obsess on it. and it would just drive me nuts thinking about this food I cannot have. Now, man, I'm getting those urges and cravings, and it's just like, well, stick it in your mouth. Go ahead. What the hell? Yeah, I love my food. I love my food. I missed it dearly. I definitely missed my food more than I missed my ex-wife.
Yeah.
She was the one doing the chewing at that time. Now I get to do the chewing. Yeah. But yeah, we had it so nice here. It was melting all last week. And I'd say about half to 2/3 of our snow was virtually gone. Now you look out there, the trees, everything, it's the tree little branches are that big around with snow. It's a wet, sticky snow, and it's sticking to everything, and it's just accumulating. There's trees sagging from it all, and it is so wet and heavy. The tonneau cover on my truck, you could see every rib where it was flexing that tonneau cover from the weight. And it's still snowing out there. Look, you look out there, and it's just wall of snow falling straight down and wet and heavy. It's been doing that since early this morning before the sun came up. And we got us 4 inches of standing snow, but I bet you we got 6 inches with it compressing and melting throughout the day. It's hard to tell just what the total inches of snow was. Stopped eating for about 10 days. I just did not want to eat, but once I started, I did not want to stop. Yeah. See, that's where I'm getting now is I don't want to stop eating. And I did overdo it night before last. I ate too much at one time, just one after another. And it built up, and oh my God, I was belching for about 2 hours. I haven't been able to belch for 10 months because of that condition that I had. I could not belch. It would not let me.
Oh,
now
wow.
Now I belch like some old church lady, that gives the kid next to her the dirty look, Yes, I do get typically daily. I miss a day once in a while, but typically every day I have my cup of chaga. Yeah, I can still drink a cup of chaga every day. Yeah, I can't wait to see my oncologist because I'm getting mixed reviews. People are saying, don't get brave and eat something solid because it'll push the stent out of your esophagus into your stomach. I can see how that could possibly happen. But does it? My doctor didn't say nothing about it. He just told me I didn't want to eat any chunks of food because it might irritate that stent or not get through it, But otherwise, I don't know. Hey, Second Star, it's great to see you there, Second Star. The Middle Music Maniacs in the house, of course, guys. The front door and head out suddenly. Woof, 98 pounds of snow avalanches off the roof. Hey, there you go. Here's a free Sty story for you. I was at a friend's house out in Montana, and everybody in Montana nowadays has steel roofs on their houses, because the damn snow load out there. You get snow on your roof from a single snowstorm that's 4 feet deep, and the roof loads were insane. So everybody put steel roofs on their houses. Well, this guy had this big log place, beautiful house, huge roof on it, huge slanted roof, And I'm at his house. We're sitting at a table by this window, this big picture kind of window he's got, looking out over his property. He's up on the mountain, and you're looking down the valley. It's beautiful, but it's middle of the winter, right? Well, it snowed for like 4 days, and I saw the snow on his roof. I'm going to bring this guy up, and then I'll finish this story. There he is.
What's up, guys? What's up, Mojo?
Hey,
I'm giving them a free Sty story. We were talking out there in the chat. Metal Music was talking about all of a sudden you got 98 pounds of snow sliding off the roof and hitting you, you know? and oh, doggone phone. Oh, please ignore that in the background.
Is Angie calling you again?
No, it's my daughter.
Oh.
She knows I do live streams on Thursday nights. But so anyway, I'm at this friend's house, and he's got this huge house with this big, huge steel roof on it. And it had been snowing for about 4 days before that. Wet, heavy snow, too. And we're sitting by this big window of his at this little table having coffee and chatting away. And I'm looking out there, and I see this little dog. He's just a little guy, you know. He looked like a little rat terrier or something. And he goes zipping past the front of the house and around the corner. And right behind him comes this black lab, just trying to catch that little bugger, you know. And then moments later, here comes that little bugger flying by again, and that black lab's behind him trying to catch up with him. And they did that about 4 or 5 times going around the house. I said, how long is he going to chase that little terrier of yours? He says, till he catches him. And just as he said that, here comes that terrier running by, just yipping, yip, 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 yip. And I'm laughing. And here comes that black lab, and he's right there out the window, broadside to us. And all of a sudden, all that snow came off the house. Woof.
right on.
It killed the poor dog.
Oh no!
The rat terrier came out of it
Kimberly.
without a scratch, but the lab didn't make it.
Oh no! Oh, that's sad.
It was such a heavy snow load, it killed the lab.
What's up, Kathy? Harry?
We ran out there so fast and grabbed shovels, and we're digging and shoveling, and finally got down to him. It was too late. He was gone. But man, and it just turned into a white wall outside the window. And when it quit, there's a pile of snow about 6-7 feet high.
Wow.
That's how much snow was up on the damn roof of that house. Now that guy put these splitters in it that redirect the snow into channels as it slides off his roof. So it'll be like every 6 feet along the roof, that snow will come out into piles instead of one big slab. And that was pretty cool that he came up with that and mounted it on his roof. It's just like a big V channel that splits that snow up.
So you got a metal roof?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a big kind of Norwegian style A-frame type arrangement in the house we had north of here, out on a remote lake. That roof was 56 feet from the eave to the peak, and it was at almost a 45-degree angle. And boy, when the snow would actually hold on that roof for the longest time, but when it come off, the whole house would just go. That's when I knew all my trails around the house got to be re-snow blown. You know, I was going to run the snow blower today, but there ain't no way in hell. That's 60% slush.
Yeah.
It would just be pooping out that stuff. It wouldn't be able to blow it out. It was going to poop that stuff out. Nah.
Don't those A-frame homes, isn't that more than 45 degrees? I mean, that's 45, right? So an A-frames, they're a pretty steep roofs on those things, aren't they?
Ours wasn't a true A-frame.
Oh, okay.
It was a one-story with a really steep-ass roof on it. I think it was about a 30-degree or 35-degree angle.
Yeah, this house, when we had it built, it was a replica of something else that we'd seen. And it had, I don't know, they called it gable roofs, but they were pretty steep roofs on the outside of it. But it didn't really change the inside, just gave the outside a little bit more look. But we were trying to keep the cost low. So we had them go with like a regular pitch and whatnot.
Yeah,
it definitely saved us some money. But
that's one thing I found out. My years of doing developments back in my career, I built a total of about 400 homes, just shy of 400 homes. And I did it usually for its account. I'd hire all the crew and run my own construction crew. I ain't hiring a contractor. I'm cheap. So I found a place here in Cable, Wisconsin, Trussworks, that they build trusses for anything. And they'll build custom trusses, whatever you want. And I couldn't believe how cheap those trusses were wholesale. What the retail value on them was ridiculous. And they said, because of volume, because I did so much with them, they said, we'll give you a good, sweet deal. And they cut over 40% off of the retail that I was typically paying off of them. And they said, we hate to admit it, but we're still raping you. We're still making a ton of money. Wow. They said, you don't know how easy it is for us to produce trusses. He said, they're all jigged. You design the truss, you set up the jig, slap the boards in them, connectors, boom, 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 boom. It's done. They said, we can put out a truss for a house in about 10 minutes. They said there's very little labor time involved. And I went down and watched their operation. He wasn't kidding, man. Them trusses are getting stood up and off of that damn jig. It's one after another, after another, after another. And he said, the only thing we can't give you a deal on is the lumber. I wouldn't want to buy them trusses today. The price of lumber, no way in hell.
It's expensive right now.
I was talking to one of our suppliers here in town a couple of weeks ago, and he was giving me some prices on dimensional lumber. And for me to buy a 12-foot 2x6, I used to be able to buy a 150 square foot room's worth of drywall for that amount of money.
Wow.
So I'd have one board and all the drywall. I would never be able to afford to drywall it after buying the lumber. Hey, peppers.
What's up there, Jeremy?
Hope you're doing well, Jeremy. Yeah, me, Dibble. We talked about that with an engineer once. Is there some kind of vibration system that can be built into the roof system that you can manually control? Hit it and cause an effect, get that snow to start moving on that metal roof, instead of waiting for the temperature to do it. Vibrate it and maybe shake that snow loose. He said, you probably could, but he said, who wants to live in a house that goes? He says, no, I don't. He says, I just don't think it'd be a very cost-worthy approach.
Yeah, I look back. We had our roof replaced about 10 years ago, and we had some wind damage, and the insurance company paid to re-shingle it. I wish I had done a metal roof because they gave us plenty where we could have done a metal roof, but I wasn't even thinking about it, man. They gave us that nice fact check to have it done, and I got a hold of the company. They got it done, and they came out, stripped the old shingles off, and had it redone in one day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, boy, I tell you what. And if they specialize in roofs, they are like that. They are so fast, man. They in and the hell out.
Yeah, he had a bunch of young guys with him. They were. I was leaving for work on a Saturday morning. I think it was 10 o'clock, and they had like 80% of the roof already stripped.
Yeah.
That's all that racket and the footsteps going on while I was getting ready for work. And yeah, I don't think maybe it wasn't a Saturday, but because it was a weekday. But yeah, I got home from work at 7 o'clock, and the last vehicle was pulling out of the driveway. The dumpster was still there, and they were all done with it. So
it's all done. I watch the guys here. We got a roofing outfit here. That's all they do is roofing. And same way, they get in there as soon as they're allowed first thing in the morning, and they'll have that roof stripped and prepped, ready to put fresh shingles on. And usually by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, they're at that stage. And I've watched thunderstorms go through and watch those guys tarp a roof in 5 minutes. A big freaking house that's 2,500, 3,000 square feet, and they tarp that whole damn roof in 5 minutes, man. And then they all sit in their trucks and wait for it to quit raining. They're up there, and them tarps are off, and they're shingling away. And here it comes again. They retarp the whole damn thing. These guys got it. I mean, they got it mastered. They do.
Time is money. So you tarp that shit off, and you can't let that wood get wet and then be doing anything. You'd have to come back a different day, right?
Yeah.
Besides the fact that water can get in the house.
Yeah. Oh boy, I tell you what, you lose a roof and then you got heavy rains, that will F up your house so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first house wasn't very big, and we had to re-roof the main part of the house. And there was 2 or 3 layers of shingles. I think there was 2 layers of shingles on there. And me, myself, and I took all those shingles off. And they had those ones that kind of interlocked. They were this weird shape where they interlocked.
Yep.
And guess what? They didn't use OSB back in the day when they built that house. They used planks. Yeah. So when I was trying to, get the shingle remover thing,
you're hitting the seam in between the planks.
Oh my God, what a pain in the. And of course, I went through there and made sure I had every freaking nail out of there and everything else.
Now I seen a guy that had a shingle chisel, we call them, and it's just a long pole with a wide, heavy blade on it, and you just run. And he had that son of a bitch mounted on this little hand jackhammer, and he was doing a house like that was planked. They plank it horizontally along the roof, and there's usually a 1/2 inch to 1 inch gap between those planks. He'd find that plank, and he'd lay that plated chisel thing under the shingles there, and he fired that thing up. He had airlines. It ran on air, and he just right down the roof, peel it off, find the next board, and it's cutting off all them old shingle nails. It cuts them off flush right with the wood.
Hey there, Mike.
It was so quick. Hey there, Mike. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, luckily I was young and strong, and I'd go up there in the morning to shingle, and I'd go up there with a big thing of water, and I wouldn't have to come off that roof to pee all day.
Yeah. Oh no, you're sweating it all out.
Yeah.
That was one of my early older teens jobs I took because it paid so well. Oh my God, I found out what these guys got paid, and I snatched one of them jobs up right away. Then I found out why there's always one available. You carry them bundles of shingles up a goddamn 30-foot extension ladder to the roof of that damn house, and then have to carry it all the way down to the end where they're shingling. And you're carrying bundles of shingles for 8 to 10 hours a day. And it's 90 some degrees out, hotter than shit. I lasted about a month in that job, and finally I told the guy, I said, I hate to quit on you, man, but I can't even imagine someone doing this for a living. Sorry. Somebody's got to do it, but it ain't going to be me.
Yeah, my brother-in-law built a pole barn back when I was young too, so was he. But he's always been this real skinny guy. So for this pole barn kid, they just dropped everything off at his house. Yeah. So he built a pole barn, and then when it came time for the shingles, he couldn't get them up there. So it was me. So we put the ladder, up on the roof, and I'd grab a bundle and I'd slide them up the thing. We got them all up there. I got them all up there, and at probably age 25, my back was wrecked for like 3-4 months, man.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
What really freaked me out is the contractor I work for. He expected you to carry 2 bundles, one on each shoulder, up that extension ladder. Well, no, you're supposed to have 3 points of contact, man.
Right.
What's the third point? He told me use your pecker because you ain't going up with 1 bundle.
Wow.
Yeah. You had to run up the damn ladders with a bundle on each shoulder, and each bundle weighed, what were they, like 45 pounds?
Not light.
No, they're not light.
That's like it nowadays. We did the pole barn out here, and we had everything all done, and we hired, and the company brought the shingles out. They had one of those conveyor things. So I stood right at the top of the conveyor thing and put them right on top of the roof on the very top. There we go. That was so much easier than what I did for my brother-in-law years
totally different. Well, it's just the same thing with concrete, for God's sakes. Buddy of mine invites me to his house for a barbecue. Well, then I find out it's just me and the ex-wife there for this barbecue because nobody else was going to come to it because you didn't get to go to the barbecue unless you helped pour a foundation in the garage floor. Well, when that cement truck showed up, the foundations, you couldn't get around two sides. You couldn't even reach it. And we used to put extenders on the troughs, sometimes up to 40 feet out. And not this truck. It's got that great big old tube on the top, swings around. You put the drop end into the foundation and you fire it up and you just walk around that foundation pouring that concrete in. No wheelbarrows, no fighting with the big troughs, nothing. Boy, was that sweet as shit. I remember the one time I got to use a big bulldog powered wheelbarrow for concrete. That was nice. That bugger with that, powered rear wheels on it. I remember as a kid, you boys go drag that cement mixer around the back of the house. I'm putting a new sidewalk in. Oh, son of a bitch, here we go. Dragging that thing out there to start with was a pain in the ass. And then you get it out there and he starts mixing concrete and you watch how much he's mixing in the barrel. And that was a big barrel on that mixer. And right away you'd say to yourself, yeah, that's about 40 trips with 2 5-gallon buckets. And he was one too. Now you carry 2 5-gallon buckets, otherwise you're off balance. You carry 2. It's not so hard on your body that way. Oh, but God Almighty, the first time I got to use a power barrel, oh my God, that was just freaking heaven.
Hey, Sty, I'm going to jump off here and lay back down in bed.
You betcha. It's a work day for you too.
Oh yeah.
3
o'clock in the morning I get up. So
you bet. So you get some sleep, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome, and I'll definitely be there on your side. So
sounds good.
Phil, take it easy. Everybody in the chat, have a fabulous week. What's left and a good weekend coming up. I'll see you later, man.
You bet.
On grilling
and chilling. Hey, I suppose I should bring you guys up to date. I brought Mojo up to date. Okay, I got a doctor's appointment Monday morning, bright and early. So Sty Story Sunday, we're going to keep that stream down to between 1 and 2 hours. Not a minute longer. I've got about an hour and a half drive to make first thing in the morning, and the appointment's at they want me there at 7:30. So yeah, I'm going to call it early night, but that's just to do a full PET scan, and then once that's done, within a week I'll start my full radiation and chemotherapy, and then I've got up to 4 weeks of that. And hey there, Canoe Hound, good to see you, Dennis. So once they have that arranged, then it's survive the treatments. And then once the treatments are done, within just a couple days, they're going to have me at the Mayo Hospital in Rochester, Minnesota, and they're going to cut that shit out of me. And knock on wood that they get it all. Yep. And but
they got to finish that lobotomy while they're in there too.
Hey. You talk about your own lobotomy. Don't talk about mine. Hey, Hike with Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah.
I don't deal with stuff well. The only way I can deal with stuff is to make fun. So.
Yeah, that's me. Even when it's me.
Yeah.
people get mad at me. They say, how can you try to be humorous about the situation you're in? Well, there ain't a damn thing I can do about
Right.
it. And so I might as well laugh a little, have some dark humor with it or something, a little side order of dark humor,
Right.
you know. Running Water and I all this last week, there was a couple times I was laughing till where I thought I was going to cough my esophagus out. So damn funny. And Running Water's got a lot of good dark humor. Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
Yeah. Running Water had to head back out on the road today.
Did he?
Yeah. He's back.
We were having a good conversation. What was it? Earlier this week or last weekend or something? Saucy Shane had put something online, and Running Water didn't agree with it or something, and then the two of them started going back and forth, and I was in there. I was like, all right, I'm out.
Oh yeah, he told me about that. He said, boy, that Phil really knows how to take that exit stage left.
Well, hell yeah.
He Phil's like, well, that's as far as I go. I'm out of here. Gone. Boys.
I don't mind having a discussion and telling, and blah, blah, blah. But when there's serious name calling, you can tell someone they're stupid for their opinion. But I forget what the phrase was, and I was like, nope, I'm out of this. Nope, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened between me and another individual. You recall that is he didn't want to admit what he had said earlier. And I said, well, fine, let's move on with something. And he waited 5 minutes and then called me an effer, like I'm a moron. And it's like, your tone did not, though it wasn't funny, that comment. That's where it broke the ice. I mean, Don't go there, man. That is bad. So I lip whipped him, and I was done for the night. I was good. But yeah, some people just don't want to quit. Just don't want to give it up. And I told Running Water, he was kind of telling me what they were spatting about. And I heard like half of it because I wasn't paying attention to it. That's drama to me. That's bullshit. Yeah. And I told him, I said, you're the one that should have said nothing. Should have just let it lay. If you leave it lay long enough, it'll go away, Yep. And it was, I could just picture it. And when he said, you cut the hell out of there, I said, yeah, that's Phil. He's smart, man. He's getting the hell out of that mess.
I'll get in there and go toe to toe with anybody. But when people start, when there's insults coming around to one another, I'm like, hold on a second here.
Right.
Both these guys are my friends, and I don't want to be in the middle of any of this stuff. I definitely don't want someone to think I'm taking a side of someone who's insulting someone else or vice versa. So I was like, whoops.
Right. So, it's when it becomes disrespectful that's where I just I'm done.
Even after I told your son who Shane was, he didn't realize who Shane was.
Yeah.
He's like, who's this guy Shane? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I told him what his channel name used to be Saucy Shane. He's like, I still don't know who the hell you're talking. Oh, okay. So
yeah. Well, and he's telling me about this guy, and I'm like, I don't know who the hell that would be. I don't know who that would be. And then he told me, well, it's this Saucy Shane guy. And I go, oh no. I tell you what you did was you ruffled some feathers with a tone or a comment, and because in general, Shane's a good guy. I mean, come on.
Shane, and then I don't even want to open this can of worms, but what had to do with the whole Will Smith thing. And Shane is the one kind of guy like me that would come to a woman's defense and might do something as stupid as what Will Smith did.
Right. Doesn't make it any less stupid, but it makes it what people will do.
And Shane made a comment like, hey, if I had to go to jail, I'd go to jail. Fuck it, and I go. The comments started, and I was like, all right.
Here we go.
Yep. Because I'm kind of I'm along the same line, If I, I would defend my wife or kids.
I've been there. I've done it.
If I got physical with somebody, and I was the first person to get physical, and it caused me to have to go to jail or whatever, so
some,
be it.
Some people I'm really willing to get physical with, you know.
This one needs someone to get physical with her.
Yeah, I give her a spanking. I'll give her a
all
spanking.
lippy and shit.
Yeah. Oh, she needs. Yeah.
She needs someone to ruffle her feathers.
Yeah. Or feather her ruffle.
Poof her floof.
I think so.
What's up, Sam?
Good. Not much.
It's
How
good
you
to see you.
Oh, just hanging out.
Just hanging out tonight. Just hanging out. This was one of my Christmas presents I got this year. My wife got me a Marine Corps knife. Kind of cool. This is just a pocket knife, but you know. Yeah.
Very nice.
I like the way the blade was shaped on it.
Yeah.
But she was sneaky when we were someplace and bought it. And I was like, what the hell is she doing over there? Yeah.
Yeah, what's she doing in that department, right?
Bluto did it.
Bluto did it.
Bluto did it. What's up, King Bluto? Everybody remembers that from Popeye, right? Bluto did it.
Yeah.
The frog Bluto did it. There's the floof monster.
There she is. It's a
The
thing.
floof.
Yep.
The floof.
Your life horrible. I'm sorry. I messed with her a lot.
I went with running water yesterday to pick up Bean from the salon, you know, from the spa. And
cool.
we get there and there's all these dogs out in their run area out there, and it's nothing but mud everywhere and puddles of water everywhere, and all of them dogs are muck right up to their shoulders. There's a couple of them wrestling around in the mud, and I looked at the building and Bean's looking out the window. I was doing that yesterday. They won't let me back out. I wonder why. That's because running water.
Speak of the devil.
Evening, y'all. He's yowling.
One day left in the work week. Come on, you can do it, man. I got a guy coming tomorrow and picking up a big expensive Tahoe.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah, about 76,000. Not that expensive, but it's pretty expensive.
Sales to sell, man. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's 76 grand's not a bad sale.
And then I got a father-son team that their Corvettes are either showing up tomorrow or Monday.
A pair of them or just one?
Father-son. Dad's got one and son's got one. They're almost identical. Yeah, he let his boy build his, whereas his boy is my age. So then that means he's in his, probably early 80s.
Yeah.
And after his son put a deposit on one, he's like, well, I want one. So he came the next day and got one put a deposit down for his dad. And we finally ordered them about 2 months ago, and they're finally coming in.
Boy, getting a new vet that'll get you. That'll get the small hairs on you standing up.
Right?
I'll never forget when I worked for that GM garage as a detailer and pre-road tester. And this guy, they had a vet come in and it had an issue. It wasn't potty trained. It had a slow drip under it. And what it was it was a bad seal in the oil plug of the oil pan. That's all.
That's easy.
And well, it was easy until that guy decided he had never worked on a vet before. He had worked on every GM out there, but never on a vet. And he gets that thing out there and he hoists that damn car on 3 points. He took one of the rear swing outs and brought it over to the pumpkin. And he had both of the front 2 points. and only one point in the ass end. He picked that car up, got it off the floor about 7 feet, and we watched that car roll off that damn thing. And it landed upside down, and it was a rag top.
Mm-hmm.
It just totaled that freaking car from nose to ass end. The whole top of it was just shattered and shot. And that boy was out in the freaking lobby waiting for his car for delivery.
Oh, I bet.
And I had to leave because I was laughing. You know, you don't want to laugh around shit like that. But I was laughing, so I had to leave, get the hell out of the shop and gone. Because that guy heard me laugh and he'd probably shoot me. But I was laughing so fucking hard. It's because this guy is so thrilled he's getting his first and one and only Corvette. And it just rolled off the rack. And you know what they did? I couldn't believe it. They replaced all the damaged parts on that existing chassis. They didn't replace the car. They just replaced all of the body panels.
Really?
The windshield frame, glass, steering wheel, and the dashboard. And that guy was livid. That guy was livid to find out that they gave him that same car. JCT.
I got something in the basement.
Hey, Kathy.
Where is it? There it is.
It's simply seconds.
There he goes. Oh, ouch. Oh, shit the bed. Oh, that's, oh, God, yes. See how it ripped the front fenders right off that bugger? Oh, my God.
What's up, Kathy Beats?
You know, that's the thing is with that transaxle in the ass end of them vets, you got to watch it, man. You definitely, and they've got attachments for the swing arms just for the vet. It cushions that and it balances out that transaxle, and you can hoist it up like any other car. This lazy bastard, no, he has to use a single cup on the pumpkin, on the rear pumpkin. They ain't gonna do it, buddy. No, 3 points doesn't do it. Yeah, he got a 3-pointer, all right. He dropped that subbitch right in the basket.
Yep, nope. Yep, your asshole just puckers right there when you do something stupid like that.
Well, especially when it's slow motion. It started rocking, and he was running to drop the car to the floor, you know. And he didn't even make it to the lever, and that car just instantly just flipped on its side and over and up on its roof.
What's up, Lazy Nate? You need to be very careful who works on his Camaro SS. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
some cars you just don't let anybody else touch.
Yeah. I had one bad situation personally at the dealership, and it's been at this dealership. It probably happened my second or third year there. And I'd taken a vehicle next door to have it appraised, just a regular old GMC train, nothing fancy. Took it next door to have it appraised. I was driving it back from next door, and coming up one of the aisles, and someone was coming across one of the other aisles, and he was going too fast, and I wasn't paying close enough attention because there were cars that are parked cars, and I hit his car, and I had to go tell the customer I just appraised their car that I had just created like $3,500 worth. No, it wasn't $3,500. It was like $1,800 worth of damage to their car.
Ouch.
Yeah, so we had to so we gave them extra for their trade in, even though, and part of that came out of my
commission.
Either $1,300 or $1,500 out of pocket to pay for the damage on the trade in that we of course then turn around and sold on our lot. But yeah, of course we gave them all the money for their trade. We discounted so the new car I hardly made any money on.
Right.
Actually nothing. But yeah, that was a hard lesson learned. And now I watch real close when I'm around there because people do. Some people go around that place and they don't pay any attention. They assume nobody's there. And when you assume nobody's there, someone's going to be. You can do it 100 times. I mean, I've been to dealerships for 20 years. You can do it 1,000 times. It only takes one time.
That's it. It's that one time.
That one time that you're not paying that close of attention. The other person's not paying that close of attention, and boom. So,
Mr. Whitworth.
What's up, Bradley Whitworth?
It's been a while. You're right. You're right. But yeah, those. That's like. Was that last week? No. It would have been a couple weeks ago. I was heading to the post office. Only reason to go out, I had to get to the post office. Okay. I'm going down our alley, and there's a yield sign at the end of our alley. But that next street over, nobody uses that sucker, ever. I don't think I recall ever seeing a vehicle go down that damn street. There's just nothing on that street. And I roll up there, and I'm looking off on the opposing lane for traffic, not paying attention to that, my lane, but the opposing lane. And I zip across, there's nobody coming. And holy Jesus, I'm glad the Postal Service keeps their brakes up on their little delivery trucks. I've never seen a Postal Service truck do a full 360 like that. But he damn near got me, boy. Oh, that was close. All my fault. But I've zipped through that intersection probably 100, 150 times. And not anymore, man. I stop, yield or not. I just stop it. Hey there, Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
I see that comment.
How you doing, Chuck? I just did. There's two things you don't do. You don't say, "What's up, Chuck?"
Yeah.
And when you're talking to someone named Gene on the phone, you don't say, "Hi, Gene." You say, "Hello, Gene."
Yeah. You want to be a little.
Hi,
and
Gene.
then
Oh no, that's
Chuck comes in here and says, "Finally, some beauty." Yeah.
Yeah. And
you're a beaut, all right.
And she's off.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So we're supposed to get up, warm up next week.
Oh yeah.
Not over the weekend. It'd be nice to warm up over the weekend. When I can get some shit done.
Sure.
But, Saturday's 39. Well, Sunday's 52, so that's not bad. Tuesday is 70 degrees.
No
Tuesday.
shit.
Partly sunny and 70 degrees.
Oh man, I'd like to see that here.
Yeah.
I don't know what ours is going to do. My phone, I open it, look at it, and I go, "Oh yeah, very nice." There's about 200 Facebook messages on it. It's like, no, I ain't gonna. Time to do a batch delete. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm one of these people. I don't open my my Gmail for every. I can read my Gmail without going in.
Hi, David.
Look at how many unopened Gmail I've got. I don't know if you can see that. If it'll focus on it, it's 74,000 unopened emails.
Holy but Jesus!
Yeah. I mean, you can see it without opening them, right? I mean, there's 5 emails right there, and I can see what it is without having to actually click on one. And if it's something I want to see, I click on it and read more. Otherwise,
right.
I don't open the shit.
What I do is I'll open one, especially if it's anything related to marketing or a specific topic that I never open them anyway. So I just block that sender, and I'll do that like twice a year, and I'll have like a month where I hardly get emails, and then all of a sudden here they come again. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of shit done around here this year, Dennis. The yard and whatnot, and then I got my zero turn off fixed. We got a roller for the yard this year, so 6 acres. It's tough to roll, but we're gonna roll that son of a bitch a couple times this spring, and I'm gonna try to smooth that damn thing out and make it a lot smoother for when I zero turn my yard. And I'm going balls to the wall this year on my yard. My yard, my landscape, everything is just.
It pissed me off. I could see that nice ride mower sitting out there the other day, and it's all grass all the way around it. There's snow, but it's all grass around that mower. And she's just sitting out there shiny, waiting to be used. Look out there this morning and go, "Where the fuck the mower go?"
Yep.
Somebody stole the mower. No, they just covered it with snow.
Now it looks like a snowblower.
Snowblower, yeah.
Snowblower mower.
Oh, weird looking snowblower. Yeah.
Hey, Sam, come back. I can go to the bathroom.
You ain't the only one. Yeah. Look at there. There. I'm all alone. And there I am alone. Yeah. The yeah, King Blue, you got 90 degrees. Ooh, that's hot, man. That's hot. The Bill's got me curious now as to just what our temps are going to be. It's only 30 degrees here right now. It only got up to 32, it says, but it didn't. It got up to 34 today. Oh, the best I got to look forward to in the next 7 days is one day at 52 degrees. Otherwise, the low 40s throughout the week. Well, it's better than it being on the edge of freezing because we got winter storm warning that's still up. And I got both our rigs parked out on the street, and we're not supposed to do that until they announce that the parking ban is off. You're supposed to keep parking off the road. Well, our parking area in the back is like going off-road mud, boy. It's bad. It's nasty. You got to use 4-wheel to get in and out. And I don't want to tear it up any worse than it is. So I parked out on the street, and I told Running Water, I said, we'll just leave them parked out there. We don't have to worry about winter's over. What the hell? Get up this morning. Goddamn snow everywhere. And so they're going to have to snow plow around my rigs because I'm not putting them in the back anymore. 52 there, me Dibble says. Huh.
We just had snow the other day and it's already melted because, it's been like sunny out. It's still in the 40s, Right now it's 35, but it's sunny.
Yeah. If you can get a good clear day and temps over freezing, that snow goes away real quick. We were thrilled because it started raining last night. And I told Running Water, I said, man, that's going to knock our snow completely out of here. And then to get up this morning, find out we got over 2 inches of snow on top of everything, and it snowed all day. The damn temperature dropped. Yeah, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. I assumed you're
between 50 and 76. I'm happy with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to think.
Yeah. I don't mind dressing for cool weather, but you can't undress enough for the hot crap, and then you can't dress heavy enough for the bitter cold crap.
Very true.
Hey, MT, it's great to see you there, bud. It's great to see you. Gosh, it's been a while. Yeah, Justin says they're saying that they're out of the drought now. That's a good sign.
Damn, MT, 700 degrees tomorrow? Son of a bitch. You better stay inside where there's air conditioning.
I want to see this air conditioner, man.
Yeah, no shit.
That sucker's got to run on jet fuel. He corrected 70.
Oh my goodness.
You
ever see that weather forecaster that they got they're forecasting weather for like the next 5 days, and one of them is like 1,300 degrees, and they got like fiery meteors coming in. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched a couple of them where they got their all their bylines all written out for them, and they got all screwed up, and they just go, it's probably going to rain tomorrow, and I think it's going to be wet pretty much all day, and chilly. It's going to be kind of cold. He's not giving temps, nothing. It's like they're so lost in his broadcast. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Be a live TV announcer like that.
Mm.
That yeah. I want to ad lib too much. Yeah. Yeah, King Bluto, you might as well put some fan blades on the power meter to help cool you off. What do we got here?
There you go. That's when you know it's really hot. Fire and ouch.
Yeah. That's hot. That's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah, I like that line in Terminator 2, I believe it was. That if you're not wearing 750 SPF suntan lotion, everybody on that day is going to have a really bad day. Yeah. Justin Anderson. 1 to 50 inches of snow tomorrow and temps between -60 to 110 Fahrenheit.
Pretty safe forecast.
Yeah. Got it covered. Well, that's like when I moved to Montana that first year and we had that big ass snowstorm. We ended up with about 4 feet of snow in that snowstorm. And I managed to get into town, got to the post office, and the postmaster says, "So now what do you think of Montana now that you're doing your first winter?" I said, "That's a lot of snow, but I'm not too worried about it." I said, "My rig gets in and out of it." And he goes, "Oh, right now?" And I go, "Well, I just heard the weatherman. The weatherman said that it's going to gradually clear between now and tomorrow morning. So we're not going to get much." He goes, "I can tell you're not from Montana. When they say it's going to gradually clear, they mean it's going to gradually get clear up to your ass, and then it might stop." He says, "You got to learn their language." Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, we've got that evil laugh going.
Yeah. Something going on.
People are funny.
If they weren't,
oh, stop!
Hey, we're at an hour, guys, and I want to make sure that my members get a shout out tonight. So let's take this 1 minute and watch this, and we'll get right back at it. There we go. Bunch of great folks out there. Yeah. So I just want to mention every once in a while, folks, so that folks have fair warning. I don't know after next week how my live stream schedule is going to look. They were hoping that my radiation therapy would land on Mondays and Thursdays. And I said, "Not Thursday, come on. I do live streams Thursday night." And I said, "I don't want to feel sick for that." And I said, "I don't want to feel sick on Sunday either. So let's work around this." And they said, "No." They said, "You're actually only going to have one good day a week, and that is Sunday. So that'll be good for that stream. Oh, well, thanks a lot. Yeah. So if I don't show, it's because I was so damn sick I couldn't sit here and do it.
I've got a guy
otherwise,
to work with. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go right ahead.
He contracted COVID, I don't know, about 9 months or so ago. And he got through it, and he came back to work for a few days, wasn't feeling good, went back to the hospital. They ran some more tests on him. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, had cancer.
Yeah.
And it was only caught because of the fact that he had COVID.
Uh-huh.
Well, they went through and did all this chemo and stuff, and he would come in occasionally. He would still have this stuff in his arm that they connect when they do his chemo, because they were doing it through an IV or whatever to him.
Yep, and, they do.
He's back to work now. He's putting weight back on. He's got his hair. He's growing a beard now because, you
lose all of it
during that whole thing, and he's doing great. So
I asked him today, for my chemo, am I going to have a chest jack? And they said, we're hoping not. But what they do there is they make an incision and they put a tube right into your artery just close to your heart. And then there's this round plastic type affair that's in there that's got a rubber thing that you can stick a needle into, to give injections. And then they stitch that skin back over and let it heal. And they give you that shot right through your skin and into that rubber cap thing. They give you your chemo that way, direct. I don't like that. I'd rather have an IV. Hey, can you keep these folks entertained for a moment? Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Very good.
I think.
Yeah, let me go get my Sty 2.0 mask on, and we'll. Sorry. He's still back here. There's Sty 2.0. You can't see him.
Can't see it. It's too dark.
Yeah, he's back there in the corner. You can see a little white poof in the corner. That's Gunny Sty back there with his hat on, back there in the corner. We haven't had that thing on in a long time. So.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Maybe we'll have to do some substitute streams for Sty when he's gone. I don't know. I think I did one live stream with that thing on for about 30 or 40 minutes before I just couldn't take it anymore. Back in the day.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So how's things, Sam?
Pretty all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dogs drive me nuts.
Well, that's what they do. Dogs, kids, animals, husbands, wives. Everybody drives you nuts, and we're all part of driving them nuts. So it's kind of. Oh yeah, Justin Anderson. The Trump wig is always handy. It's it's like right here, and we always keep it handy. Just which way we got to do this thing, huh? Yeah, we got to work on the grooming part of this wig, because you just never know when Trump's going to show up and ruin everything. Because you know what? It's absolutely excellent. There's nothing you can do about it. It's the best of the best. President Trump, I've made the oligarchs of Russia look like poor boys. I'm glad they're not seizing my assets. My assets are big. They're phenomenal, but they've all been done legally. All legal, not fleecing America. Not fleecing America. All of my assets are done legally, not on the back of taxpayers. So thank you. I will continue to work at coming back as your 45th and your 47th president. I don't know if I can be 45th and 47th. I think it's just a repeat of 45 if I come back. I don't know, but I think America is done with Joe Biden. I think they've had their sample of Joe Biden. I think they're not interested in Kamala Harris. I don't know if anybody watched last night's but Biden doesn't look like he has any friends, not even in the Democratic Party. I think they are done with him. And if they put him, Hillary, and Hunter in jail, I think that everybody would be fine with that. I don't think there's too many people out there that would find anything wrong with putting them all in jail. As a matter of fact, I think I would be the best person to turn the key when they put him in jail. Yes, I think I should be the one. Yes, me, 45th president, Donald J. Trump, should be the one to actually turn the key in the cell when they finally lock these people up. Because you know what? I said I was going to drain the swamp. I have brought light to everything that's been happening throughout the Republican and Democratic Party. Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. There are some Democrats, some of these older some of these older Republicans that need to spend some time in jail. They need to realize that they work for the people. I, Donald J. Trump, worked for the people, not for my own benefit, but for the benefit. Oh, Sty's back. Hey, Sty.
I was just sitting here taking it in.
I do better impersonating someone else than I do it being me. So
that's right. I have a hell of a time.
Sty, no. Hey, one side.
Yeah, stop eating the dog.
Yeah, quit eating your brother.
Your adopted brother. Either way.
That's not good. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah, you got MT, you got Woods Runners vote. That's yeah.
I really need to sit down and do a script and really do a really good one. I mean, everything with Donald Trump is excellent. It's the best of the best. There's nothing any better anybody else could ever do. You always have to be top notch, which of course Donald Trump. Everything is if you actually take the time to listen to the guy on stuff, it's like everything is like that. It's just you have to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, and Trump has always been that way. Is nobody is as good as they say they are, and nobody can be as good as they say they are.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. He just no. You can say you're all that. Show it. Don't say it. You know, because he ain't buying it. Yeah, I mean, it's like, but if it's him, oh yeah, I'm the best of the best, man.
Yes, Ty's wondering why you walked back into. Oh yeah.
No, I've seen Phil and Donald hair before.
Yeah.
See, now I'm going to have to go out and buy myself some, you know.
I can send you this. Actually, I could send you Sty 2.0. You have the hair and the beard.
No.
Of course, you have the rubber face to go with it, too.
That's it. You leave my face out of it.
I mean, the rubber face. Yeah,
okay. You know, you just wait till this thing comes off and people see scrawny old me without the grandiose big beard, you know. It's going to be odd, especially to spend for people to watch for 18 months that it takes to get back to where it is.
Trump panel Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Remember what was it about a year ago, maybe less than a year ago, when first time we seen E-Waste Mike without a beard? It's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, it was so dramatic. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's me. I remember my big beard when I was a young man, and I don't think I have a picture of that. No, don't. I thought it was handy, but no, it's not. But big beard, and it was kind of auburn, you know, brown, reddish brown. It had 2 black stripes through it.
Oh, really?
Well, my oldest daughter, as a baby, I mean, oh man, that's when I learned don't let babies near big beards, man.
No,
those little fingers get in there and they twist up, and then they just pull and they will not let go. You got to break that kid's wrist to get them to let you go. But
it's like a little alligator.
Yeah, and grab and spin, you know, But she had never seen me without a beard. And when she was 2, because of a new job I was taking, I had to cut the beard off. So I went in the bathroom, did the whole thing, was in there for a good hour, shaving all that beard off. I kept the small mustache, but got rid of the beard and everything. I come out. She looked at me. She started screaming. She's hiding behind her mom.
Didn't know who it was.
She's screaming and hollering, "Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy?" And I said, "It's me. It's me." She goes, "He took Daddy's voice." I just, what the fuck? That poor kid was traumatized, man. She just couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. Running Water was laughing his ass off. Hey, look at that. Look at that.
Of course he would be. Of course he'd be laughing his ass off, right?
Yep. Oh my gosh, my dad, he looks like a goofball without his beard. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Some people just never see them without,
Yeah.
the beard. I mean, imagine Bob Ross, the painter Bob Ross.
Without the hair.
Without the hair. He shaved his head down to like a very small afro. Imagine that guy.
Yeah, it would be so shocking.
I mean, you guys every now and then on here, some of my videos you'll see me without the ball cap on. It's like, everyone's always so used to see me with the ball cap on and see me without the ball cap on. They're like, what? So Sty's always got his skull cap on. So
yeah, MT, when I had my heart surgery, they had shaved half of my damn beard off because they put a big Hickman catheter in an artery in my neck during the surgery. So they shaved half my beard off. And then before I even came to in ICU, the surgeon was looking at me and said, "I don't want to be even on the property when he wakes up, finds out we took half his beard off." She said, "Somebody get in here and cut the other half off so that he's just got the beard down the center. At least it'll be balanced, And when I found out what they did, I looked at it, that goofy shit, biggest fucking goatee in the world, And yeah, when I got home, I trimmed that bitch up so it was just a small cup beard, And didn't take long. So
I can see your boy looking like you in 10 years from now. Running Water.
He grays out. He'll be a pretty close look. Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to have to lose some weight though. Yes, a beard wig. I looked on Amazon. I can get all the gray beards I want.
You just put several merkins on your face. Or you could just put anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Thank you. Anyways. But yeah, I was looking online and you can get the good high-end ones for that actors use, that you glue right to your face, that they use an adhesive and mustache and beard, and you can't tell that it's fake because it's if you get it realistic looking. But you know what the price is on some of them? $400 or $500. Yeah.
Oh, you know what, dude? Have you ever seen that clip? You probably haven't because you're not a Jackass fan. But there were the very first Jackass movie.
Yeah.
They went around to everyone in the crew, and they shaved off their pubes and put them in a bag, and they put all their pubes and glued them to Danger Aaron's face. We can do that for you.
No, you can't. You can't. If I got to pay for it out of my pocket, I will have private security. Anybody tries to glue any kind of wavy kind of hair on my face, take them out before they even touch me. That's nasty.
Hey, Kathy, that freaking thing. If you've never seen this, Captain Anderson, you need to check out. It was the first Jackass movie, I think. That they it was a terrorist bomber or something for the first Jackass movie.
Yeah,
they glued pubes to his face. Poor guy. But again, Sty, this is how I deal with stuff like this.
Yeah, no, that's how I deal with it too. Yeah. And I have a lot of people just roll their eyes and go, "How can you just make fun of that shit?" I can because there's nothing I can do about it other than have, if I can get a chuckle out of it, I will. There's not a lot that when at a certain point where you just anything makes you chuckle. So yeah, come up with something. I mean, even if you're making fun of your situation, your bad situation.
Yeah, well, that would never happen there, Justin Anders. Yeah, it wasn't that was that Chris Pontius that drank horse semen.
Oh yeah.
I don't even puke. I don't even fucking want to think about that.
Sam's gone. All right, we'll stop talking about this, Sam.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it either. They keep pounding me. I got to drink protein drinks.
Yeah.
No, we don't want. No,
there you
no,
go.
no.
Yuck.
Oh my God. My stomach's felt so good for a week, and now it's feeling weak.
Just don't think of the horse part when you're having your protein drinks. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'm not doing protein drinks now. I'm going to come up with something else somehow.
Oh, that was funny, Harry. I forgot to send that one to Phil too. Phil hasn't seen it, but I've sent him a couple freaking TikToks. Because that's why I was laughing earlier. No, well,
are you talking about the guys do the turkey? I saw that today.
That was hilarious. Yeah,
I saw
that.
I saw it before you sent it to me. I've been thinking about
there's another one
duetting it and doing it myself.
Yeah. You should do that one, but there's another one where this girl acts scared and her husband falls out of his chair and he says "fluffy guy" because he's a bigger man, and it's just funnier than shit because it's like act scared and see what your person's reaction or whatever. I think it's one of those. It's like a trend going on now.
Oh, okay.
Where people are flinching and the person next to him like flinches too and flips out, wondering what the fuck's happening. And it's just funny because this poor man just eats it. So yeah.
Yeah, I like screwing with my coworkers now.
I had a situation in my office. One of my staff, she came in. She had a employee complaint. I said, "Yeah, I'll take you. Come on in the office." She comes down to my office. She comes in, and I got these awesome, heavy-built oak chairs. They're ancient suckers. I got them out of a courthouse, and they're heavy and strong. Well, this girl's about 550 pounds. And yeah, she comes in, and I'm wondering if those chairs are even wide enough for her. They're pretty wide. They're big, but I didn't know if she could squeeze into one or not. Well, she did, and she did that old wiggle, the flunk. And all of a sudden, it's like she's sitting on a toilet plunger, And she's sitting there, and she's yakking away at me about this problem she's having with another employee. All of a sudden, the crash part of it, I heard it, but that didn't register. What registered was I was looking her right in the eyes when it happened, and all of a sudden she ain't there. So God, all four of them legs splayed out.
No.
That whole chair hit the floor so freaking hard. We're in a 14,000 square foot building. Every single office felt that impact.
Oh, no.
Everything shook. The whole building, 14,000 square feet. And I'm sitting there behind my desk, and I got this big ass mahogany desk. I can't even see her. She's on the floor, man. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I get up, run over there, see if she's okay? I don't want to see her laying out on the floor, but I should check on her. And I go, "Are you okay?" And all of a sudden I see this head come up and these two hands on my desk. And she looks at me and she goes, "I'm going to need help." And I said, "Did you break something?" She goes, "The fucking chair." And I go, "What do you need help with?" And she goes, "Getting it off my ass."
Oh, no.
The arms of it were stuck around her hips. She couldn't get the seat off of her. So, and I was just like, oh my God, how do you deal with that? It was too fucking funny, but you didn't dare laugh. And thank God she had a great personality, because that could have been a much worse situation.
Well, have you ever seen the movie Shallow Hal?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's yelling. Of course, he sees her thin. She's big, but yeah, she ruined a few chairs and stuff back in the day.
Yeah. The old splash in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. What the hell?
Restaurant?
What the hell was that movie? I can't remember who the hell played in that. Was that Eddie Murphy?
No, Shallow Hal was.
No, not Shallow Hell. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a different movie. But it's one where this big chick, great big chick, he's telling how he ended up married to her.
Is it like Medea?
I don't remember which one. No. But he says how I ended up married to her is when we were in school as grade schoolers, I was out in the playground, and all of a sudden she showed up because I was getting beat up by a bully, and she beat the bully up for me. And then next thing I know, she was on top of me, and I was laying on the ground, and she goes, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, you do now." Oh my God. You have someone like that all of a sudden decides to claim you. Oh, you're in a world of hurt. I tell you what, I don't care how shallow you are, your grave's going to be deep.
Yep.
My big fat Greek wedding, maybe. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I don't know what movie. I've never seen that clip. So.
Mm-hmm. You have a girlfriend.
You got one now.
You got one now, and she's a big girl, boy. She's a big girl. And this scrawny, I think it was Eddie Murphy, scrawnier than shit. Like, oh, shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, he had that whole meet the clumps and what stuff that he used to do too, where he was a big fat guy and would do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, when he stopped being dirty, I kind of lost interest in Eddie Murphy. You know.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cops and all those other movies, great movies, all his stand-up comedy and stuff that he did.
Yeah.
That was all great. As soon as he says, "I gotta start making movies that my kids can watch," I'm like, "No, then I ain't watching."
Then I ain't watching. You just
You're
kicked me out of the theater, man.
You're not edgy anymore. You know, you can be donkey.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're not edgy anymore. You know, that was part of Eddie Murphy's appeal, was how edgy he was. You know.
Yeah, so, Norbit maybe. Yeah,
it could be Norbit.
I think it was Norbit. But yeah, you know, that's it. Is some actors they'll find a niche where they're just awesome in it, and next thing you know, they're trying to play a serious role of some kind, or they're trying to play a soft humor role, where they're just always a little shady, dark humor.
Well, he was the second coming of Richard Pryor, right?
Right.
I mean, Richard Pryor was that guy, and then Eddie Murphy kind of was like taking over at the end of Richard Pryor's career. And of course, before Richard Pryor, it was Red Fox.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, fuck. You know? Red Fox, I got to watch him. I got to see him live in Vegas. He was the nastiest, dirtiest man you've ever seen. Oh, my God. And, you know, Bill Cosby, I went to one of his live shows in Vegas. He was another one. I don't know why the hell they weren't investigating him way the fuck back then.
Oh, really?
Because he was nasty. Oh, my God, was he nasty.
See, I thought he was always a clean comedian, no?
No, there's nothing clean about Bill.
Didn't know that.
Good to see you there, Yoran.
He was old pudding pop guy where you get your jello pudding and you put it in the pop.
Yeah.
Pop it in the pop and put it in the pop.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Dad is great. He makes us chocolate cake. Dad is great. He makes us chocolate cake. That's the Hey Raven, good to see you.
What's up, Urine?
But no, Bill Cosby, the show I went to. Now, this is Bill Cosby, man. Everybody out there, his name's Sty. This is what he did. He's up there live on the stage, and he goes, "Let's try an experiment." He says, they say if you yell fire in a place like this, packed full of people, everybody runs and they trample each other and all that shit. He says, let's do an experiment, give that a try. He says, but we're going to add a couple of rules to it. He said, between here and the exit, the door out, you get as many as you can carry the colored chips from the blackjack tables that match your skin color. Black is a top chip, man. That was $500 goddamn chip. White chip is $5. He goes, I want to see.
There's more white chips to grab than black chips, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but you can't carry that many. You just grab a stack of blacks and you're rich, man.
Good.
And that rotten some bitch. But he was so full of racial stuff that it was, and some of it nasty. Some of it just nasty. But not knowing that he was the perv he was, we all thought he was funnier than hell. But Red Fox is the one that his live show, and my ex-wife, she wouldn't give up on that line, but she finally had to. But he was talking about how God screwed up putting two departments right next to each other that shouldn't be so close. If you like to go eat out at a restaurant, you don't want it to be in the landfill kind of thing. And, right in the garbage dump. And he says, so ladies, if you're going to go out with a guy for the first time and you know where it's going to go, please wash your ass. Now, okay. So my ex-wife decides to use that line with a group of people at our house. We're all hanging out, visiting. And she goes, oh, you should have seen Red Fox. Oh, he's nasty. He's talking about a girlfriend, but then before she goes out with you, she should wash her ass. Well, before she said that, she had just taken a big-ass bite out of a brownie. So she had this slimy brownie shit going on in her mouth, and she goes, and Red Fox said, wash your ass. You could see that brownie in her mouth. Everybody in the room either were totally shocked or on the floor rolling laughing. Yeah, you should, shouldn't you? Yeah, Sty, you should have washed your ass.
The quietest joke I've ever made. We were playing volleyball with a bunch of people we went to church with. Now, these are people that were really good friends of ours. And we're out there, we're playing volleyball and whatnot. And I say beach volleyball. It's just a sand court, right? Surrounded by grass. And someone went up and spiked a ball and it hit somebody in the face and whatnot. And I was like, first thing that popped up, no filter whatsoever. And I says, it's just a game, Fokker, from Meet the Fockers when that volleyball scene was. And people looked at me, and I swear to God, there was one person there that I think had watched that movie. And I was like,
that was just a personal insult, man.
I got no. These are my church friends, but these are my friends. It's like, holy crap! Yeah.
Oh no!
It's just a game, Fokker. What?
Oh. There's a good joke. There's a good joke for you. This Norwegian fella was sent over Germany in a fighter plane. He's supposed to go over there and shoot down as many planes as he can, right, during the war. Well, he come home as an ace, and he was in France, helped liberate France, and they want him to do a speech to this huge women's group, right? This League of Women, and he said, "Yeah, I guess I can do that."
It was a huge
And
group of women, or just huge women. And it was
just huge women in a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
But
interrupt.
anyway, he gets on the stage to give his speech, and he's up there with the mayor of this big city over there in France. And the mayor says he's going to tell you a war story. He says he's such a hero. You'll love this guy. Well, he gets up there and he's thinking. He goes, "Well, here's one for you." He says, "I'll never forget. We were flying over Berlin, and he said, all was quiet, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, here come all of these fuckers come flying in, and they're shooting at us, and oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. They knocked down 7 of our 8 planes. I was the only one left, and them fuckers were chasing me all over. I couldn't shake them fuckers." And all the women out in the crowd were, oh my God, listen to them up there talking about these fuckers. The mayor steps up to the mic and says, ladies, please calm down. He says, "Let me explain. Falker, that's an aeroplane. That's an aeroplane. These Falkers came after him. That's all it is. It's an aeroplane. It sounds bad, but that's what it is. It's an airplane." And he looked at that veteran and he goes, "I'm right, aren't I?" And the guy goes, "Well, you're right. They were airplanes, but these Falkers were flying Messerschmitts." Yeah, got the wrong plane. Hey, Dutch Prepper, good to see ya.
What's up, Dutch Prepper?
That was my grandfather. He spoke fluent German, Deutsch, and he'd cuss and swear in Deutsch all the time, And my grandmother would get so pissed at him. "Cut it out, Hank. Those kids know what you're saying. Those kids don't know no Deutsch. They don't know what I'm saying." And she goes, "It's your tone. They figured it out. They know every time you cuss." And she said, "And you cuss constantly." Well, she was right. We had it figured out. We could tell by his tone and just kind of in context of what's going on. Yeah. He's cussing at that guy. Yeah? He's cussing at you.
I apologize. I'll be right back.
Well,
she is such a handful.
She's such a handful.
Drop that.
Drop it.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
You're an overgrown baby. Big furry ass toddler.
Listens like one too.
Yeah. Everything's got to be in the mouth.
Yeah. Spit that out.
Chewed up a pair of my freaking summer shoes, but whatever. I never got to break them in anyway, so.
Yep. The dogs will raise hell. That.
Yep. Hey, Moose, come here. She wants her brother. She's trying to get Chase to come out of hiding, but he's hiding from her. She slimed him. She completely drenched that poor little dog. He was soaked.
Hey, Infinite Maw.
No.
That makes me think I had this big Akita, big ass Akita, and he would fetch cats for me. It was so funny. People come over and visit, and I go, "Hey, Boo Boo, where's the cat?" And he'd run off. You don't see a cat anywhere. He'd run off. And you never knew. It could be a couple minutes later. It could be a half hour later, but he'd show up with a cat in his mouth. And he'd pick them up so carefully. No. And the cats learn not to fight back because he'll pin them down until they calm down. Then he picks them up. But if they fight, he'll put them down and hold them. I'll carry you, but don't you fight me. Well,
Yeah.
then he got in the habit is he'd run around, catch those cats, and he'd lick the damn cats. And all of a sudden you'd see a soaking, wet, slimy cat go walking by, and people would go, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your cat?" "Oh no, that's just Boo Boo licking the cat. He
Yeah.
sucks. He sucks on cats."
When Chase was on my lap, I was trying to keep him off me because he smelled like just straight up saliva. I was like, "What?" Like, get off, like just down. And so I was like, move. But she does. She'll just slime him, and she'll try and pick him up by his neck. And she will at times, and she'll just walk around with him in her mouth. And I'm like, drop your brother, and he'll just sit there and take it like this.
Yeah, I ain't moving.
This thing's getting too big on me.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt unless I struggle. So I'll just hang here. That's the way those cats are.
He stiffens up, like he's got his little arms up. Like,
I could just picture him.
He just sits there, poor little guy.
I'm being hauled around by my brother.
I know. I always have to rescue him from her. She's crazy. She's like, "Yay!
Hey, look at what I got!
It's my brother. He's a toy."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Chase.
You go to try to take him away, and she starts going, old tug of war.
You have problems.
No, she never does that with him, but with other things, yeah, she has. Yeah. But not with Chase. She knows, like,
she'll hurt him. Yeah,
that's my other baby, and Mama don't play when it comes to that.
Me and my dog got this thing where I'll be sitting in the chair and he'll bring something over to me, especially like his ball, and I'll have it like underneath my feet, but between me and the chair, and he tries to get to it, and he is growling, and my wife's like, "Settle down," and it's our game that we play, and man, he's like nipping at my feet. He's not biting hard, but he's and she's always worried that you're going to teach him and he's going to bite somebody. I'm like, no. This is a game that he and I play. We're the only ones that play it. And he tries to get that ball, and I use my feet just to kind of keep away. And he dives in at different angles and tries to get it. And he can't get it, or sometimes he does get it. But yeah,
we had this cat, and I found him. He was a stray cat. I was going to take him to the Humane Society, and my ex-wife said, "No, let's keep him. He's cute." Well, he was a cute-looking cat, but he's a stray, and he was kind of feral, Well, I named him Raz. His full name was Raz the Spaz because he would spaz out so freaking easy. But that son of a bitch could be all the way across the house. If he's line of sight and he can see you, all you had to do is go like this with your hand. And that son of a bitch come running through the house and teeth first right into the palm of your hand. Mm-hmm. Well, he couldn't bite the palm,
Right.
But he'd wrap his paws around your hand and hang on, trying to bite the palm of your hand. And you had to throw him, because the son of a bitch, if he turns sideways, he'll bite you, So you throw him away from you, and he'd hunch his back. But it was weird. You could tell he was playing because his hair never went on end. But he'd hunch his back, and his tail would get all stiff, and he'd start walking sideways. And then he got in the habit of hopping sideways, and people would come over, and I tell them, "You want to see a freaky cat? Watch this." And I go, right in here, Raz. Come on, Raz. Then somebody's come running out of the other room, just boom, hit it. And I'd throw the cat, and then somebody start hopping sideways across the living room like, "I'll get you. I'm coming around and get you from the flank," But that son of a bitch was so nuts. My mother-in-law and father-in-law spent the night at our place, and we had a loft bedroom that looked out into our living room. And it was steep. It was 36 feet from the living room floor to the peak of the living room. And our loft was up there about 12, 14 feet. Well, that damn cat, my mother and father-in-law said, because we didn't have a spare room at the time. And I told them, I said, "Well, we can fold the couch out. We got a hide-a-bed couch." And that thing's so uncomfortable. We'll just sleep on the floor. I said, "You don't want to do that." They said, No, we'll sleep on the floor. Well, they decided to sleep on the floor. Well, in the middle of the night, I could hear my father-in-law giggling. So I got out of bed and I looked over the rail down in the living room. And he's sitting up on the floor and he's got his hand like this on his face, like he's contemplating. And he's, I looked at where he's looking. There's my fucking Raz cat. He's got my mother-in-law's wig and he's killing it.
Oh, no.
He's ripping it. He's killing that fucking wig. And she's sawing logs right next to him while he's attacking her fucking wig. She had a condition and couldn't grow her hair long. And so she wore wigs. And she didn't bring a spare. All she had was the one, and the cat killed it. The next morning, oh my God, there were family issues. Yeah, she wanted that cat put to sleep. You know, I want you to take it to the vet right now, kill it. I said, it's not the cat's fault. I mean, some weird hairy beast showed up in his house, so he killed it. And she goes, he ripped big chunks out of it. I said, yeah. She goes, I have to wear it. I said, scarf day, isn't it? It's time for a scarf. I actually have one of those that I tie around Raz's neck. You want Raz's scarf? I'll trade you. But I want to keep the beast because Raz really likes that beast. Boy, that not a good way to make friends with your mother-in-law.
Yeah, think about that, man. I mean, you go back to like the late 70s, early 80s. And I can remember my mom and some of my mom's friends wearing wigs. They had full heads of hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Our neighbor lady, very attractive woman. She had nice hair, real hair, really nice real hair. But oh, hell no, she always had to wear the wigs for the weekends, you know, whenever they went out somewhere for the weekend and stuff.
Right.
And it was like, why are you covering up your perfectly normal, healthy hair inside that fucking thing? I mean, and hotter than shit out, and they're wearing these big fucking wigs and shit. And it's just like, that is, to me, I'm sorry, that's moronic. That's moronic.
But it wasn't then. That's just it. It wasn't moronic then.
No, it was the trend.
Normal.
It was a
I
trend.
remember my grandmother wearing them. I remember my mom. And again, at that age, I was, 13, 14 years old. So my mom had to be like in her 40s. And here she is wearing wigs. Well, my grandmother, and she probably, my guess is that she had at least a couple that, that she would put on. And it's like crazy. I guess maybe, maybe ladies back in the day didn't want to do anything with their hair. Oh, it would take too long. I just throw it like a ball cap. They just throw this wig on, tease it a little bit or whatever. But, wow, it was just, you think about that,
No.
it's like, wow.
My mother-in-law, when she passed away, my ex-wife said that because she handled the estate, 29 wigs that woman had, and every one of them was on one of those molded heads,
Like styrofoam heads.
Like they would, but these weren't styrofoam. I don't know if they were.
Really?
I don't know if they were a hard plastic or ceramic or what, but they weren't styrofoam. They were heavy, and she insisted that each one be on one of those heads because that maintains its shape. And the heads, she had to order those based on her dimensions.
Okay.
So that the wig always will be conformed to her head size. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay, yeah. I really want to know about that shit. And 29 of them, goddamn things. I asked my wife, I said, if I would have known that, I would have known where to go to get a little head, See, I'm as bad as you, making jokes on somebody's death, and her personal belongings. Yeah, I could have gotten a little head over at my mother-in-law's. That was tough when I got married, though. My ex-wife was 16 years old when I married her. I was I was 19. My mother-in-law was 29. That was tough, man. That was tough because My mother-in-law was my ex-wife when she was younger, and she turned into what she became. Now my ex-wife has done exactly the same as her mother. My children, I don't say a word. I don't go there. But my children are telling me all the time, oh, my God, Mom's turned into Grandma Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Talks like her, looks like her, acts like her, does everything just like her. She's buying clothes that teenagers wear. And she's 64 years old, and she's wearing these teeny bopper fucking outfits and shit. And I said, yep, my granddad warned me. He said, there's two things you got to think about before you get married. When you get married, before you say yes, you want to really check out the mother-in-law and grandma if she's still alive. Because that's what that beauty you're with is going to turn into.
Yep.
The second thing you should consider is you're better off marrying a woman that's severely obese and ugly as sin. And I said, why would I do that, Grandpa? And he said, because when she leaves you, it won't hurt so much. That wise old bastard.
There you go.
Yep. Hair nets, bobby pins, hair clips, rollers. Oh, no shit, my sister, her head in the fucking rollers. And we had one of those hair dryers that cost my old man an arm and a freaking leg, almost a whole paycheck, with the big globe thing over her head. And she had to have the expensive one, that had the big pole and the thing come down and had the hoses attached to the back and shit. And she'd walk around the house with them rollers in her hair and scare the bejesus out of you. You're half asleep yet, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You got to get ready for school, and you walk to the bathroom. Someone's in, and you're pounding on the door, and she opens the door, walks out with all the fucking curlers in her head, and you think you're being attacked by aliens. But that was the thing. Everybody, my mom would do hair for all the ladies in town, go to their house and do their hair. She had a goddamn suitcase full of them rollers and shit. Different rollers for different hairstyles and everything else. But them women wouldn't get a permanent, a perm. No, they wanted it rolled every day, Oh, Jesus, scare the hell out of you. Hey, Rain Dancer, good to see ya.
Rain Dancer.
Good to see you, girl. Yeah. Yeah, I that's the thing. That's why I tell everybody the best comedy you can ever watch are people relaying things that they've seen in the world.
Sure.
Because
real shit.
The funniest shit in the world are real people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funniest shit in the world. And a lot of these routines these comics do, people laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, but they quit laughing so hard when you turn and look at them and go, you know where they got their material? From watching people like you. They didn't make that shit up. That's real life. That shit actually goes on. It's just that we don't see it all at one time condensed to a half hour or hour long show.
And sometimes there's some color added to it, So, there's a good story there. But if I tweak this a little bit here, a little bit there, it becomes a whole lot funnier.
A whole lot funnier.
Kind of like
hey, Woods, you have a good night, my friend. You have a very good night. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you as my health issue continues. I want to know you're okay too, buddy. I know we're in the same age bracket. He's a hell of a lot healthier than this old fool.
Wow. It wasn't but a couple years ago you were out there hiking the trails and going miles and miles and miles out. I thought you were a hell of a lot healthier than you are now. So
yeah. And that's it is the will and the want to is still there, but I just don't have the stamina or the energy. Okay, you have a good night, Freeman. I'm going to be wrapping it up here. Maybe we'll get Sam back up here quick to say goodnight.
I'm still here. Just dogs being loud.
That's what I figured. But yeah, guys, I think we'll be wrapping it up. Just monetize them. Hey, if you want Phil, can you pop a link in the chat?
That'd be cool. Hey guys, a lot of you guys know our good friend Bourbon Bounty. He just hit his monetization, so he's got his hours, he's got his subscribers, and things like that. It'd be awesome if you're not a member or whatever. You want to go over and give a Sty North raid on Bourbon Bounty. That would be cool. So
that would be very nice of you folks.
Doing it now.
Let's see. Oh, you see, I come on, don't beat me to it. Come on. There it is. All right, there it is. There's the link.
I'm gonna beat you to it. All right. Not the link.
I already got it.
I'm just saying. I beat you to the raid. Fuck you.
I put the link in the chat. So
yeah. There you go. The real quick for Yoren, because of the huge time difference, Yoren and I have a hard time keeping in touch with each other. Yeah, I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for a week. They went down my throat and my esophagus. They put a what the fuck stent in there to open it up so I can eat. I haven't been able to eat hardly anything for the last 10 months. Well, I got down to 141 pounds and I ended up becoming diabetic comatose, and they put me in the hospital and they took it farther to figure out what the hell's wrong with me. Well, I've got stage 3 cancer of the esophagus. In about a week and a half, I start chemo and radiation therapy. I do that for 3 to 4 weeks, and then they're going to surgically remove the cancer. That's where we're at. The prognosis is good as long as I can manage and bear the treatment. If I can get through the treatment, they figure the prognosis is good. They'll be able to give me another 10 to 15 years. If I say no, I'm not going to do any of that, they're saying I got about 3 months. So no, I'm going to go for it. I like you guys too much. Yeah.
And we're rude. We want to have you around longer. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big part of our lives. So.
Oh heck, you guys! I'm just part of a person's life. I'm not a big part of nothing.
Not true.
That's your opinion.
Yep.
I can have one of those. They're like assholes. Everybody else got one, so
And they all stink.
They all stink. Yeah. Hey, Mystic Bunny. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I want you guys all head over to Bourbon Bounties for a Sty raid, and I'll catch you guys on Sunday with another Sty story. It won't be about my current condition. It's going to be one of the old stories out of my hat. So we'll be back on the storytelling for a while until I have something fresh and new to tell you. And that'll be the halfway point between this medical procedure. So until then, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Love to see you all there. And my best buddy, he usually shows up. But so if you want to see Phil, you'll probably find him over there. Sam, you're a sweetheart for coming hanging out all evening with me. That's wonderful. I love it. I'm gonna dance with that girl with the fur coat. Now, I don't know how the hell she can wear that fur coat. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. But yeah, she's always wearing it. And it ain't no mink. Yeah, that's for sure. So I'm going to dance with her out on the porch, and we're out of here until Sunday.
I love you, my friend.
Much love, my friend. Yeah.
Love you guys. Love you to death.
Love you very
we'll
much.
see you soon.